This has got to be the best and most efficient warm-up you can do as a footballer. We're going to start off by loosening ourselves up, then getting activated, all our muscles, make sure they're working right, and then we're just going to finish off with opening out in some sprints so you're ready for whatever activity you're doing, whether that's training or a game. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to jump right into it. Nice little warm-up. Just starting off with loosening yourself up, a few jogs. Little back pedal jog. So we're going to start off just by loosening everything up. A few dynamic stuff. We've got opening the gate, closing the gate. Keep the door down. We're going to do some straight leg kicks. We're going to do some back kicks. Getting those hips, glutes, lower back activated, loosened up. Now we're a little bit looser. Doing some dynamic stretches, starting off with quads. Here we've got knee pulls. Into our figure fours for our glutes. Here we've got groins. Just a little groin stretch each way and then a nice little squat. Then we've got hamstring sweeps. A lot of people do these where you just bend your back and you go over. If you really want to stretch that hamstring, keep your back straight, just hinge at the hips and sweep through. You don't have to get low down, but you'll really feel it if you keep that back straight. Hamstrings are important, so we're going to do a few different exercises next with the RDLs. Then we're going to get our calves. Just going to bend into a dorsiflexion and then bend out. Then we're going to go into world's greatest stretch. You're just going to stretch down, arm inside of your foot. Boom. Should be feeling it on your hip here. Up and out. Come up, little hamstring stretch. Boom. Next one, up and out. Hamstring stretch. Up, a few of them. Should be feeling a little bit loose. We've got our hips, glutes, groins, quads, calves, all going. Now this time we're going to get into some bit of activation. Right, just to start off with our activation, we're just going to do some calf raises, making sure we're going, starting all the way down to the ground and coming up, not just staying on our toes, coming up, up, up. Then for our tibs, just going to walk on our heels. This is getting your anterior tibialis, which if you follow this channel, you realise is a very neglected muscle for your body, which is great for knee health. We've got a few squats, or you can do ATG Split Squats, which I like to do. It gets you in a really mobile position. So you're going to come here, nice and lengthened, kind of like the world's greatest stretch, except we're going to go down and up. Just going to do a set of 10 on each side. This is getting some blood flow through that knee, activating that VMO in here as well as your quad. It's a great compound exercise, getting those glutes as well. You know, again, if you follow this channel, you'll realise it's a big advocate for this exercise. If you just want to do some lunge and twists, feel free, just get yourself activated in the right way. Next, we're going to get those glutes going. Nice, single leg glute bridge. Coming up. I like to keep that leg engaged and nice and flexed, so your quad's flexed each time, just so you're getting some quad and knee activation whilst you're doing the glute exercise. So just get a set of 10 on each side. Now groins are a little bit more difficult to activate unless you've got bands and stuff. But this is no equipment. Boom. Gonna do a little butterfly glute bridge in here. Just getting those glutes, but it's also opening up them groins. You feel a little bit of activation. Boom, job's a good one. From there we're going to go into hamstring walkouts. So you're going to start here, glute bridge, dig your heels in, all the way down, get down, go on one leg, a few pulses on each one. When your leg is stretched out like this, it's really targeting your hamstring, but your glutes also activated. Show a few of them. Hamstrings are really important. As you know, we see a lot of hamstring tears and stuff like that. It's also one of the main muscles used to sprint. After that, we go into just some 90-90s. Try to do it with no arms, but if you have to go assisted, just assist yourself. You're gonna do a few of them, and then once you've done a few, you come here, keep your 90-90 position, go into a little glute stretch, and then into some hip lifts, where you're gonna lift your foot off the back here, keeping that knee on the ground. You should feel it in your hip. If you've never done these before, you might feel a little cramp, so don't do too many as a warm-up, but you should definitely start incorporating them into your gym exercises so you can really strengthen those hips. Strengthen those hips in a way that they've probably not been targeted before. So again, and some hip lifts. And then opening them groins out again. Keeping this opposite knee on the floor and the foot over here on my left foot on the floor. Opening up. Perfect. Right, it should be nice and loose, nice and activated. And now we're going to go into our sprint work. Starting off with straight leg bounds, which straight leg bounds, you're going to keep your knees nice and locked. And you're going to bound off the ground. Yeah, should be really activating those hamstrings, ready for them to sprint and produce a max velocity sprint. Well done after you've done a few of them. I'd encourage you to do about 40 meters. So if you choose the 18-yard box, if you're on a pitch, just do 2 up and back, and then that's about, you know, it's more or less 40 yards. It'll do you just fine. Next, we've got high knees. Just nice drive through. After high knees, we've got air skip. Just getting ourselves, getting everything activated, getting all those hips going, nice and coordinated. Once we've done those, just gonna go into single leg hops back and forth, a few of them, into a sprint. Make sure you do both sides. And once you're done, maybe 1 on each leg of that, 2 on each leg of that, you just go into a sprint where you're gonna open out nice and big, yeah? Open out that stride. And when I say you're gonna open out into a sprint, you're not just gonna do a sprint normally, you're just gonna emphasize really lengthening those strides as much as possible, so your body's nice and mobile and lengthy, ready to sprint in a game, yeah? So heart rate should be going now. That's the best, most efficient warm-up for a footballer with no equipment whatsoever. Hope this helps. I'm Keelan. If you want to get fitter, faster, stronger, make sure you check out my other videos. Give me a follow, give the video a like, always helps out the channel. Job's a good one. Have a nice one.